Yo, are you Xavier?
Yeah? What's up?
Why didn't you qualify for the Oceanic Cup, man? Oh, yo, please. I'm a big fan, bro. Please. Yo.
No, not again, bro.
Please.
No, Papa.
Please. Why? Okay, but Xavier, the fans really want to know, bro. The fans really want to know. Why didn't you try? Man?
I was scared.
You were scared? Why?
I didn't have that dog in me, man. Like, secret box, Atkins. Like, what are we gonna do? Nah. I was bent out.
You were just burnt out?
Yeah. No, get out of my face.
Wait. Okay, but the fans at least want to know, what do you think about Atkins versus Treyarch?
Atkins and Treyarch? I think the Big A versus Big T, I think Big A has something up his sleeve. I really do. Like, if you look deep down, he's got it.
He's got it?
Mark my words. On my life, he's gonna win.
Alright. What do you think it's gonna be? 7-2? 7-3?
7-0.
7-0? You think it's gonna be 7-0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Treyarch is good, but Atkins is better. He's much better.
Alright, well, if Atkins takes it, do you think he's gonna win against the secret box in the loser bracket? What bracket are you set?
I'll put my life on the line for it.
You think Atkins is gonna take it?
I know he's gonna win.
You think he's gonna take it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's gonna win.
He's gonna win?
He's going to win.
He's gonna win?
He's gonna win. Do you understand?
I understand. Okay, but the fans want to know, who do you think is gonna win MREK vs MALISZEWSKI in the show match?
Malice.
Wait, yo, bitch, come here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Oceanic Cup. We are here for said show match between MREK and MALISZEWSKI, the host of the Oceanic Cup, bringing in MALISZEWSKI for a show match on the Grand Finals map pool. And immediately following this show match is going to be the Grand Finals itself, a secret box versus Atkins immediately afterwards. I'm Dio. I'm joined by Miles and T1G for this show match cast. Good morning, boys.
Good morning. Good early morning. Only something this exciting could get me up this early for Osu, man. Like, holy cow, this is such a cool Grand Finals. This is such a cool show match, and this pool is nuts. I'm just excited.
Same here. I mean, we're reaching levels of star rating that you don't see in too many tournaments. Maybe we see in Corsairs Closed, maybe you see in other open rank 1v1s. But we've got a lot of 9-star maps here, and we've got two of the best players in two different hemispheres on this map pool. So definitely something worth waking up for if you're in an NA time zone, which I know all three of us are.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty excited for it. We don't get to see MREK versus MALISZEWSKI too often, so even in a show match setting like this, I'm pretty excited to see how things turn out here. If you didn't watch the losers bracket final, you can take a look at the pool and you see Pain Remains No Mod 2, and you see All I Need Are Things I Like No Mod 5, and you see Dorkatus DT in the pool, and I think you probably know enough about the pool's difficulty to think about this match pretty well. There's a couple of really ridiculous maps in this pool that I think are going to make things very, very fun to watch between these two. Player history between these two, most of the time when these two have matched up in 1v1s in the last 3-ish years or so, it has gone MREK's way. Though MALISZEWSKI has had, of course, some really, really good scores in a lot of those 1v1s as well. I'm really thinking back to, I think, Roundtable 2023 is where that dynamic started to shift in MREK's favor in these 1v1s.
Yeah, I feel like the water bottle from that Roundtable edition actually just changed something in the space-time, because ever since MREK took a sip out of that water bottle, he's had MALISZEWSKI's number in these 1v1s. So we're going to see if he can change up the pace here in this map pool in particular.
The most important water bottle in Osu history. I think somebody made a whole documentary about that, right? Yeah, and I think it's also come a little bit with the increase in difficulty in tournament map pools. MREK, one of the only, if not the only player who can really say that they have a higher skill cap than MALISZEWSKI in tournaments, and if you're familiar with MALISZEWSKI, you know just how insane that is to say at all. But as we get into these just absolutely ludicrous, high to 9-star pools, MREK having that just slightly higher skill cap than virtually anyone else to ever have touched this game really does start to shine. And that water bottle just gave him something, man. It just gave him something to go on forevermore.
It was definitely water in that bottle and not something more divine.
It was Michael's secret stuff from Space Jam.
Okay, Nomad 2 ban coming out
Yeah.
from MALISZEWSKI, and who predicted it? Hidden 2 ban from MREK. Classic between these two. Classic strategies. MREK is going to pick more mechanically intensive stuff. MALISZEWSKI going to pick more gimmicky stuff. Although I think as the skill cap has gone up, that dynamic has blurred a little bit more between them.
Yeah, definitely at least a little bit, but I think from MALISZEWSKI's side at the very least, the strategy is still pretty straightforward. Even on MREK's side, you see him banning out that Hidden 3, the 220 BPM Mazarin stream map in the Hidden pool. I think just because MALISZEWSKI is that good at those hidden streams, things like Astral Empire Hidden, for example, make it very, very tough to... make it very, very tough to pick some of that stuff into him or leave it up. But for MALISZEWSKI, it's the Nomad 2 and the DT2 banned out, Pain Remains 2 gone, and Ascension to Heaven DT gone. It is not the original one. It is not one of the ranked ones. It is a custom map by Mythu that we will not be seeing here in the show match. And MREK actually changing his ban potentially from Hidden 3 to Hidden 1. Also banning out another one of the customs, A Young Girl So Vivid in the Night by Reiji. Honestly, I was really looking forward to seeing that map get fixed, so I'm kind of disappointed in the ban change. But what can you do?
We actually changed 2 bans. MALISZEWSKI changing his Ascension to Heaven ban all over to DT1. So.
Oh boy.
So
actually wait.
Never mind then.
Are we changing bans again? Nobody can decide on what they want to actually ban out. Let's see what we're doing here. We await MREK. This being a show match, I'm assuming they're just gonna do whatever. I'm not too concerned about the rules of bans here. Maybe just do no bans at all and pick whatever we want. I'm down with that. I would be down with that if they're down with that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I did want to mention on Hidden 3 that MALISZEWSKI for about 4 years was the only FC on that map and had Hidden on, and he still is one of only 2 FCs, only modded FC, and highest accuracy on it by like 2%. His play on that map is worth watching. If you go click on the leaderboard, click on that replay, check it out. MALISZEWSKI on Sorochinskaya Yarmarka. Unbelievable play. Like super, super underrated if you're not familiar with it.
And there's Dorchadas.
All right, first pick Dorchadas DT. As you do.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, and
as said in the chat, W aim slop 360 BPM, guys. we get surely this is aim slop, right? Surely this is aim slop and not something else.
9.68 stars, by the way. This is new territory to me. I don't know.
I'm trying to think back because this map has been around for quite some time, and you know this is like the OG Delis map, not the newer one. Boy, you don't put this in a DT pool, like you just don't. So we don't know what we're getting into right here at all. I don't think this is like uncharted territory.
Oh yeah, and we've gotten rid of the bans if you haven't noticed. So after they changed both of their bans, they just decided to go no bans at all. So we're gonna get to see a lot of this map pool.
That's fine with me. If it leaves Hidden 1 up, that's all I'm ready for, honestly. One of my favorite songs from the really old era when you had the Taiyang style map of that song with top players clip farming on it all the time. That song is a classic. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you can go look it up. It's worth watching some of those old plays on it. Dorchadas DT. This is like, it's originally a 240 BPM awkward aim map on Nomad and Hidden with a lot of wide angle jumps and anti-aim patterns and a lot of kind of general polygonal pattern aim, as you can very, very easily see right here. Putting DT on this is not something that most people do though, because it is 9 stars after double time. And I think it's going to become readily apparent why as we head into this section, because this is now just, these are 180 BPM streams. All of these jumps are just 180 BPM streams.
And mrekk hit all of them. So that's the first hard section of, I think, 3 down for him. We'll see how long he can hold this FC. Malish has already found a drop.
Yeah, like, if you hit any of the diff spikes in this, you're just automatically, you know, approaching the gods. And if you hit all of them, then I won't even know what to say. You know, the beauty of this being a ranked map, let's take a peek while this is going on. I'm going to bring up the DT leaderboards while things are happening here, because I'm curious.
Well, halfway in, and we still have the full combo from mrekk. It's 97 act. MALISZEWSKI's only on the 1 miss as well, so this is, like, kind of obscene that both of them are, you know, 1 miss total between the two of them halfway into this map is just ridiculous. And neither of them really showing any major discomfort at this point. It is looking quite good for mrekk still, obviously, on that full combo as we head into another now diff spike section. And there's another break for MALISZEWSKI, and at this point, mrekk is pretty much in the clear, up 200k, with the full combo still intact, approaching 1,000 combo. And how are we hitting that, man?
This is just absurd. I mean, Dorchada's DT, almost 10 stars. Like, what are we doing, mrekk?
Ooh,
Oh,
so
final
mrekk
visit.
he just broke in the exact same spot that the rank 1 DT play on this leaderboard is. Milosh is rank 1 DT with 1126 combo. I'm pretty sure that was the exact pattern that mrekk just missed on as well. And now he's just going to get right back into it. There's another couple misses. So he is maybe ever so slightly closer to mortal than we thought a few moments ago, but this is still ridiculous nonetheless to hit almost 2 entire diff spikes of this map, 1 entire, and then missing, I think, three misses in the second. This is silly.
Okay, but can he get best miss count, though?
He can.
That's
tie
the
it
real
if
question.
Nope, no, he can't.
I think that was a slider break. I think
I saw an
maybe?
I saw an X. I
Maybe?
don't know.
I also saw an X. Let's see.
That is.
Best miss count is 3.
Oh my god. Yep.
It's
No,
four. Unlucky.
I thought so. Yeah, it was one. It was 1, and then 2 more, and then 1 more. So, also the accuracy left a little something to be desired. In comparison with some of the top leaderboard plays, people actually have decent scores on this, but not in a tournament setting. You're not supposed to do that, or I mean, even in a show match, right? Like, which is close enough against your biggest opponent. I feel like a show match might have a little more drama to it in your mind, a little more stress on your brain when you're playing, you know, the guy that you're like in eternal struggle against as best tournament players ever.
What are we thinking for a MALISZEWSKI first pick? I mean, there was the hidden 2, hidden 3, and hidden 1 bans from mrekk earlier on, before he just got rid of the bans altogether. There is also, I feel like Nomad 5, Nomad 6 are potential options. Nomad 4 also a potential option here. There's a few, honestly, there's a few pretty good maps for MALISZEWSKI in this pool.
Oh, but it's going to be DT3. I was about to say I
Okay.
see MALISZEWSKI picking visually on screen most of the top half of the map pool, and then mrekk picking up most of the bottom half of the map pool. But we're going to be getting Milosh's map here. This is a custom. I think it's a collab with Allane as well. So this is your more hybrid map in the pool. I can't really place a single skill set on this, but people have been using the term hybrid now for a few years, and I think that's the best way to describe this one.
There's a lot of maps in that style from years past where the moniker asterisk D&D remix was very common to see in a lot of 5-minute songs, and where people were, you know, just going for hidden hard rock plays on them in years past, and now finally within this decade have started to get some really, really good DT scores on them. So I think fits something like this pretty well in that way.
And we were talking in a different tournament yesterday about just how good MALISZEWSKI is at, you know, kind of tech analogous DT maps. One of the best in the world at that sort of skill set. So something that is relatively up his alley. Asterisk DT is just like, regardless of what map it is, they just all, you know, the ramp of difficulty of those maps does get decently high. I think you've got what, some like mid 6-star nomads nowadays, if not a little higher. So getting into the realm where players these days are just like casually DTing them feels a little wild to me. And yet here we are.
This map's pretty long, almost 4 minutes after DT, so got a lot of map to go. You can see these finger control patterns start to come in with these quints and these other noted patterns, and I think that was a real miss for MALISZEWSKI. We got a little bit of client lag though, so you never know for sure.
Combo not coming back, so I think you were right. It does appear to have been a break. And that was another one. So a couple misses come in for MALISZEWSKI here, and mrekk get through this tapping spike just fine. Yes, he does. Into the drop, holding on to the FC. Yeah, the aim control in these little wiggle bursts and everything, kind of crazy. Finally going to be a drop from mrekk, but way ahead of MALISZEWSKI already, 140k just off that section alone, with the ability to hold combo through most of that while MALISZEWSKI struggled.
Honestly, I'm still kind of in awe at what speed players have managed to become in this decade. Like back in my day, when we were having, you know, single slider break scores or multi slider break scores on Ice Angel DT, and that was, you know, beyond the realm of possibility for most players. And meanwhile, here we are with just, you know, casual 9-star DT maps in a show match for these two players, and both of them are like actually competently playing it and A-ranking it. The wooting effect, honestly, the wooting effect definitely playing a big role in that. One of the sponsors for the Oceanic Cup. So thank you to Wooting for sponsoring this tournament and for pushing speed in this game to heights literally never seen before. It's honestly kind of ridiculous.
Back in my day, the speed players missed every note, every jump, and could not hit an even note burst.
Yeah, that's true. I remember.
Now look at these guys.
I actually do not know where we would be. I mean, I guess somebody would have probably filled the wooting void anyway, but the advances in like player skill and tapping that came thanks to their tech are like legitimately almost impossible to believe. And I mean, what are we even doing here? We're like getting nearly 700k one miss,
dude.
That's okay.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I feel like mrekk would probably still be #1 without wooting anyway, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have one.
You might actually. Okay. Here's a crazy hypothetical thought on that matter. He might actually be #1 by more.
I think
probably
so much better than everyone else at aim and relevant skill sets. So if the other players near the top weren't pushing speed to the level they are, I actually think mrekk's gap might be even bigger.
Yeah.
And here's Hidden 4. So mrekk in the chat saying, let's play some clip farm, and clip farm this map is.
Oh,
so
boy.
This map, it's just these repeated like aim control patterns where every change you hear in the song, you can hear it in the song with this one.
Somebody in chat referencing Bookmaker, and I can just hear it in the song.
Yeah. The leaderboard on this one, I think, tells a story on its own. Misha Awa, Flying Tuna, Ethan Tricks, mrekk are the top 4 on this map.
It's we're gonna do some clip farming. We're gonna do a small amount of clip farming. How many FCs are there on this? Looks like
I think 5.
Probably 5. Yeah.
Yeah. 5th one being Nux, the artist formerly known as Haunt.
Well, let's get another FC, because so far clearly this pool is too easy. So the only thing to do to make it look even easier is to drop an FC on Bookmaker 2.0, and never mind.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah,
Both guys chain missing. Looks a little better for MALISZEWSKI though out of that. Yeah, 100 combo.
Looks a lot better.
That is a lot better. Yeah, doubling his score basically out of that first part.
Yeah, mrekk chain missed a couple of the patterns as the accuracy kind of shows, so Maliszewski able to pull ahead. But don't worry, there's more time to come. There goes Maliszewski down in not really one of the... Oh, okay, mrekk hit that. Andy hit that. Actually,
Maliszewski's also hitting this.
Yeah, they both hit those. All right, man. They just both hit
That's crazy.
that last 100 combo of the map. That's fine. That's totally normal. That's fair. Also, the lead down to 7K, by the way.
Hanging on by a thread here. mrekk's got a massive combo lead.
That was 1-6 burst?
Yes.
Seems like it.
Okay, here's some slider streams.
Oh,
Both of
that
them get
is-
through it.
Wow.
What a slider stream. And now into the ending. Some back and forth, some cut doubles to start us off into more of these bookmaker-esque patterns. Another break for actually both of them right at the same time, but mrekk up 50K with the combo lead from the previous section. And Maliszewski, despite the early good start to this map, I don't think is going to be able to make up this lead in time here at the end of it. And that is going to be 3-0 on the board for mrekk with the hidden 4-pick.
And that one, a lot closer than the first couple of maps for sure, but... And actually, mrekk winning that with, despite the higher miscount by 9, but by virtue of 200 plus higher combo, just holding through that whole middle section was really, really key for him. And the amount of patterns that both of them hit in that map, by the way, was actually kind of nuts, but what can you do?
I feel like it's all just a continuation from OWC, where we saw mrekk just FCing hard sections where nobody else can, and carrying that over into the easier sections to combo, and just getting these insane leads because of that. And seeing that again here, I think just getting through that really difficult middle section gave him the combo to overtake Maliszewski, even though Maliszewski had the AK. But here's Nomad 6. Okay, so more clip farm. I'd say this map is the most similar to Hidden 4 in the pool. It's just these stop and go aim control patterns with a little bit more reading involved, even though there's no hidden mod on this one.
I'm really just here
pulling
God.
we're really pulling Suffer Cup customs in the show match right now.
I mean, you know, and the thing is, right, like, that's just kind of where the skill cap of this game, and especially in like a 1v1 setting, has gotten. You know, in a 4v4 you can't pull stuff like this. You just can't. There's not that many people on one team. In like a 3v3, if there were any, you probably also couldn't. In a 1v1 or 2v2 though, player skill has gotten so high on a smaller team size or a 1v1 that this is just what we have to do for the best players on the hardest pools to give them a fair, you know, ground on which to battle. And
yeah, let's look at these patterns.
I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking like Ethan Tricks map.
Yeah,
Where's Ethan when you need him?
Mm-hmm.
Probably
I think I've
playing
seen-
Suffer Cup.
Yep.
I had to guess, honestly.
Yo, Maliszewski.
Maliszewski is kind of going insane right now. 300 combo and he gets through that part. Okay, the stop and go patterns are here, but I think this is actually the easier part of the map. He just got through one of the hardest sections.
He's just continuing to hold through all of this.
Okay,
As
the back
mentioned-
and forths in this are actually ridiculous,
God.
though. He does finally find a drop, but it's only a 150 combo for mrekk, and he drops also immediately afterwards. And it is a 3% AC lead and a 140k score lead for Maliszewski, with about a quarter of the map left to go and only 30 combo ahead for mrekk. So this is looking like the first Maliszewski point on the board, unless we keep chain missing like that. In which case, maybe this goes back very quickly at the end here.
Oh, no,
But never
it
mind, the
doesn't.
chain Mr. mrekk comes through, and with that, I think he's probably safe.
Yeah, finally. I mean, it's so difficult to really put yourself in a position to beat mrekk on any map, but Maliszewski getting the better of him on this one. That ended so hard.
Jeez. 412k on that. With 7 misses. I mean, and 97 AC. I mean, the AC mostly comes from the miscount, obviously, but still. Yeah, I think, you know, if there's any skill set, right, it's kind of the more reading adjacent, as we were kind of talking about earlier. Maliszewski, has that as something approaching an advantage. Not that MREK's not good at reading, but if there's anything that it's certainly closer on, I think that might be it. That was a pretty dang cool play. Practice this map a bit. I wonder how much of an understatement a bit is. Like, how much did he actually practice this?
Okay, here you go, Dio.
Wonderful.
You got your map.
Thank you, MREK. This song has aura. Those who remember. That's all I got to say about this one.
Take me back, boys. Take me back to young girl so vivid and in the night, Taeyang style. From, God, I don't know, what would that be, like 2016?
Yeah, I think like 2016. Whenever the Cookies score was set, that's when this map appeared into my public consciousness.
Submitted April 2015, loved February 2018. So there you go.
I feel like that was one of the first like high star aim maps I ever played.
I mean, that was in an era when there just weren't nearly so many high star. Well, there weren't as many maps. There weren't as many high star maps. There weren't as many high star aim maps. Like, you can just kind of crystallize that down as far as you'd like. Since that was, I don't like to say this, that was over a decade ago.
Oh yeah, you have to mention that this is a custom map by Dictopia and Yama Darkness. So collab between those two Japanese mappers on this song. And this one's a lot harder, obviously.
Yeah, and also probably better than the Taeyang map.
Yes.
As awesome as it was, that map was not very good. But yeah, this one a custom here for the grand finals. Not the same map, just the same song, which is always still great. MREK missing out of the intro here. Little unfortunate. MALISZEWSKI on the double S to start things off. And our first real, like, aim pick of the match, right? I don't think you can call Dorkatus DT an aim map. It's kind of aim. It is an aim map. It's just also 360 BPM, so it's very hard to call it an aim map. Shout out to some of the other sponsors for the Oceanic Cup, Yuki Aim and Pulsar. All the podium winners are getting some merchandise, some Monokuros from Yuki Aim, and also a mouse from Pulsar. So maybe we'll help out the aim here, actually for MREK, as he's the one to break yet again, and it's still the double S for MALISZEWSKI here in the first quarter of this map.
I'm just kind of watching MALISZEWSKI's screen in a state of suspended disbelief here, because how are you holding an SS still? He's just making this look smooth.
Wow.
He's making it look clean. He's making it look easy. Making it look like he was put here to play this map.
And I'd say that he was. Double S out of that first section. Just really impressive stuff. About halfway through with a massive lead.
How long can MALISZEWSKI continue this ridiculous run? He even gets the little hold sliders. He gets the couple. I think there was a little 1/3 pattern in there as well, possibly, and no hundreds or anything. No misses, of course. Next Ki.
Okay, this is starting to get absurd. He gets through that star pattern. Now he's got another difficult section to contend with. If he can get through this, we're going to start to be looking at something incredible, but he finally finds the drop, and still with incredible accuracy, but MREK dropping 2 means Malish should be in position to take this point as well.
I feel like when you get over halfway on a map like this with a double S, your nerves got to just be skyrocketing, right? Like, especially in a show match setting like this or a tournament setting, I feel like your nerves just go through the roof once you get to that point. And it kind of looks like it. MALISZEWSKI is looking a little bit shaky here coming into the end, but he is also up 180,000 score. I don't think it's going to matter all that much that he's maybe a little shaky going into the end here.
Yeah.
Use the God Mode card.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
This is the take a clip of this and post it on Twitter if you hit this entire section type of thing. Oh, okay, MREK hit that.
Okay.
He did miss right after, but those back and forths, man, that's ridiculous. not going to matter to the outcome of the map, but it's still insane that he hit that back and forth expanding pattern.
Okay, what are those? Nah, those sliders back and forth are crazy. Okay.
What a score, man. 611K with the SS through half the map and 4 misses for MALISZEWSKI. He has come to life after a rough couple of first maps to start things off. He's making this this show match into more of a show every moment. That was impressive.
$600K on any map of this pool is just going to be so impressive, and we've seen, I think, 3 scores above 600K so far.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the first 2 scores from mrekk over 600K, and now MALISZEWSKI joining the club. So pretty impressive as these guys make their way through this just absurd pool. What they're capable of, and it is MALISZEWSKI next pick, so we can actually tie this up. Can we get a hidden 3 pick MALISZEWSKI, please? Or maybe like a Nomad 4. That would also be cool.
Or Nomad 5. Nomad 5 is the one I want to see. That map is too funny. But Hard Rock 3, okay, so we're getting another one of the customs, I think. Okay, no, never mind. That's not one of the customs. Custom for another tournament, but...
This is a custom from...
I think
Hubba's.
Yeah, Hubba's. So this one is...
That's kind of funny. We're picking a Hard Rock map from a hidden tournament.
This is your finger control map. Finger control with a lot of aim control as well, but I would say if we were to put this in slot pooling terms, this is your rhythm gimmick map.
I opened chat and the first thing I saw was Devious Panda saying banger right as you were saying that it's a rhythm gimmick map.
Oh my god. That is...
Tells me all I need to know.
Some coincidence. Oi!
I like Devious Panda maps, man. Don't come at me like that.
No. But yeah, this is definitely your finger control Hard Rock pick. When you put Hard Rock on it, though, this becomes a lot more aim control intensive as well. The accuracy obviously gets a lot harder, but the aim control becomes a really, really big component of the map once you put Hard Rock on, as opposed to the kind of density that you would have seen on Hidden, where this was originally pooled. mrekk finding the first miss once again, and MALISZEWSKI has kind of consistently held the combo a little bit better out of the start on these last few maps in this show match. And now, MALISZEWSKI able to put up a big combo lead, about 300 combo ahead of mrekk, already 60k up, as we are already nearly halfway into this map as well. And neither of these players really having any trouble now with hitting these patterns. The accuracy is another story, both of them down at about 94, as we get through another one of these shifting beat snap divisor streams between 1/3 and 1/4. A lot of 1/6 in this map as well. And into the slider double. There's like 1/8 slider doubles or something like that. This map has some really ridiculous rhythm patterning. There goes MALISZEWSKI, finally drops the FC, and mrekk now has a huge combo lead with 1/3 of the map remaining. He can absolutely pull this back.
He really needs to hold, though, because with low accuracy, you need to just completely rely on the combo. The score doesn't go back as fast. But with 1/4 of the map remaining, score lead just 30k. MALISZEWSKI continues to drop back, but there's another break.
He's gonna fly over to mrekk now with another break from MALISZEWSKI, because the accuracy is now in mrekk's favor as well. So the advantage that MALISZEWSKI may have had there is gone. The combo finally drops. That was a really impressive combo gaming for sure. Because this is just not something you're gonna have very great ac on anyway, right? But managing to keep the ac above the opponent to bring the and with that much combo, and do not know that score, please no. Darn it. Darn it.
We
sad about that score.
We hit a jackpot, and We see it.
That's true. The 777s.
Yeah, 777s also.
Yo, who's going to Vegas?
Me, not Miles.
MREK is.
True.
MREK is going to Vegas.
It's a shame MALISZEWSKI's not coming.
Hey, chat, I have two things to plug, actually, here. Both Vegas for watching MREK at the Roundtable next weekend, and also the very next match on this channel, which is a Secret Box versus Atkins in the Grand Finals immediately following this show match. So you've got a couple of other really, really good matches and a whole tournament with MREK in it next weekend to watch.
That Grand Final should be really interesting. I think to pull this hard.
Yeah.
With players at the caliber of Box and Atkins, who looked really good in that 7-2 win over Treyarch in the losers final. I mean, Box has been on a rampage this entire tournament. Dude is playing some impeccable Osu, but Atkins has got some crazy mechanics, and this pool's got some crazy mechanics in it. So really excited to see who takes the grands. But we're getting our next pick here. So
Another
we go
DT
on.
pick.
I was gonna say we go on through more DTs.
Yeah, this
Which
is
one
one of the two Aspen maps in the pool. This one also very long, at around 4 minutes. And this one is more of your DT tech style of pick, where the Alain and Milosh map is more finger control. This one is, I think, a lot more aim control.
MALISZEWSKI saying his tapping is inconsistent right now. Let's see if that negatively affects on this pick. An MREK pick. Still leaving up the DT1 and DT2, by the way. I just do feel like super MREK favored maps, but wants us to have fun in this matchup, which I'm very, very here for. So in we go. Breakpoint advantage back to MREK. Or staying with MREK, I suppose.
Your fun fact for this map is that the mapper Aspen is actually top 100 and has been for a little while now, and is actually rank 6 in Canada, which I think kind of explains why they have a lot of high skill cap maps like this.
Yeah, you can see right out of the start, there's just so many difficult cut streams in this map, and already into alt section here. A lot of difficult aim control. Not really catching out either of these players, though. Just an early miss from MALISZEWSKI, but there's another. MREK continues to build up, an insane combo out of the start.
The aim control that this requires on top of the tapping is absolutely crazy, and MREK just making it look way, way easier than it actually is. To be fair, MALISZEWSKI doing quite well in this also, just with the break.
I mean, the act from both of these guys is just ridiculous. 97.5 from MALISZEWSKI, even with the break, and 98.3 from MREK. Finally, another break to come through for MALISZEWSKI. Just kind of tripped up on some of the finger control aspects, it feels like, on this map. But MREK still going strong with this reverse choke. Massive combo into the second quarter of this map. This is absolutely a longer one here for these two players. This is 6 minutes and 42 seconds before double time, meaning this is a good 4 minutes after DT. I know it feels weird, but DT maps that are 4 minutes are longer than Nomad maps that are 4 minutes. They really are. It just feels much longer. So this is a very, very long pick for both of these players.
I've long held and I agree with that opinion. It's very strange and it's impossible to describe the reason for it, but
there's just more map in the same amount of time, you know?
There's more map per map.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This reminds me a little of that there's an OWC map, was it finals this year? There was like an OWC DT3. This kind of reminds me of that, which was also super long, like tapping aim control. Now I have to go remember what the name of the map was because it's going to bother me.
You might be thinking of, I think, DT4 from Grands. It was Resonance.
Maybe DT4. Yeah, you could be right.
And anyway, back to the show match. What's going on, guys? We got 1200 combo?
MREK.
1200 combo halfway in, 97.5. Maliszewski's missed again, unfortunately, and MREK is just not.
He's going.
What else? What else do you have? Like,
MREK is MREKing the map. I don't know what to talk about anymore.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Look at him go. 1500 combo, and he's going to get another 600k score for himself on this map, it looks like.
Like, this map is not quite 8 stars, I believe. Okay, no, it is 8.16 stars, so just barely 8 stars. But, I mean, at CS5, 4 minutes of finger control burst slider aim hybrid, right? Like, this is just not an easy map to do this kind of thing on. Those cut streams into this long death stream as well with the CS5 AR 10.3 aim control is not something that a lot of people are going to be able to do just on command like this. This is not a leaderboard score replay that we're watching. This is one attempt live.
Yeah, the combo is above 2k now. Our score is above 800k, and MREK is doing impossible things again.
You know, he already has rank 1 DT on this, and he's improving that score in terms of combo. Wow. With virtually the same AC in a show match. Now, granted, that play is with hidden, this play is DT only, but I mean, still, like, what are we doing here, man?
Are we gonna hit 1 million though? It looks
Yes.
like we will right into the ending. Wow.
All right. And you know what's unfortunate is I don't think this is really gonna be. This wouldn't really be like worth much.
No.
But that's absolutely insane. Let's see.
And just to put it in perspective, the map's max combo is 2600. Like, that is 2600 on the dot. That is actually a miss 145 combo into the map and then FC the entire rest of it. The best combo on the map, DT, is MREK, as you said, at 1700 on the leaderboard. So that is beat your best combo by 755 combo. And instead of slider breaking, drop a 1 miss, which, I mean, pretty much the same thing.
World's most deserving 600 PP play, if I do say so myself.
True.
Yeah, how does it feel that it's not in his top 1,000 scores?
Average 4-digit top play, honestly, 600 PP.
I mean,
You know,
I've got a 600. I've got a 650 PP play. So
Miles, hop on it.
yep, I think I can do that.
Yep.
Oh, but you know what I can't do? This Nomad 3. Now this is one of the customs, and I think there's another map of this song by Elvis. I think a lot of people know there's an old OWC custom of this song. It was like a slow, awkward aim hidden 1 map. This one is mapped as an alt map, and it's just really difficult with the aim control. I'd say kind of in a similar vein to something like the Hidden 4, but maybe a little more consistent, a little less clip farmy.
Everything we play is supposed to be clip farm. I thought that was how this. I thought that was what show matches were for. Clip farm only.
Okay, can we unpick this then and pick the Nomad 5?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we just need the freaking Nomad 5, man. I will admit to not having seen this map, so I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna be having a good time with it.
It's Ice so you probably know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much harder than the ranked map is this? Double? Triple?
Quadruple. I think there are thousands of players in the game who can FC the ranked map. There are maybe 1 or 2 players who can FC this one, and they might be in this lobby.
Yeah, there's 24 hidden hard rock FCs or super close ending chokes, like 1 miss at the very end type of deal on the ranked one. I don't think we're gonna see any of that on this sort of map.
I kind of had memories of that map being harder than that, I guess. We've just come a long way. Okay. That was not a great start for Mr. Wreck. For Mr. Eck.
Yeah, I said slightly more consistent, but it's still clip farm.
It's like clip farm, but not quite so blatant, because the patterning doesn't really lend itself to looking cool on Twitter, on X, the everything app, excuse me. But the actual like playing part of it is still really, really hard.
I think the one map set you may be misremembering is the Yonzen map set, the Natekedesu set, Crack Hedium Mortis difficulty, right? I think that's been in some really high star rating tournaments before, or the nerf diff regardless, and that is mapped similarly to this as a really aim control intensive alt map with some kind of ridiculous clip farm patterns in it, whereas the ranked map is 6.4 stars.
Okay.
And regardless, we're hitting some clip farm right now as well. MALISZEWSKI almost missing on that pattern, but does recover via dropping the accuracy and just kind of mashing back into rhythm on that. A little bit of an act drop there as well, but still holding on to the combo, and that's honestly all that really matters here, as both of them are right around that 700 to 800 combo mark. Both of them are in that 200k range as well, so as long as either of them keeps holding these combos, we're going to have a close map on our hands.
This guy's really getting into the swing of things after the difficulty both of them had at the start. They've been consistently holding ever since, and it's just crazy. That accolade is pretty meaningful though, man. It's almost 2%.
Did mrekk have a Bancho miss? I could have swore he missed earlier in the map.
He did miss right at the start, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, regardless, I said only maybe a couple players could FC this, and we're maybe seeing 2 reverse chokes right now, which is unbelievable. They both got through that square. What? We're watching Osu, guys. Oh,
okay, there's mrekk gone. It's MALISZEWSKI holding on to the combo. There's 40k score lead for mrekk still, but MALISZEWSKI just not quite able to hold on long enough. And that chain miss, I think, is going to throw things back mrekk's way. The accuracy evened out a little bit there as we come into the very end of this map, and it's a 20k score lead for mrekk here on the Nomad 3. As long as he doesn't find another chain miss, I think he's pretty much safe. MALISZEWSKI would need to FC, and mrekk would need to find a chain miss here near the end, which is still totally possible. He actually finds a slider break there going into the ending. 200 combo lead for MALISZEWSKI. Can he hold on? And I think there's just not enough note density left. It's just these sliders, I believe. And yeah, that's going to be it. 16k for mrekk. Extremely close on the Nomad 3, but there's just no note density at the end. And that is going to be a match point for mrekk, 6-2.
That was like very close to getting interesting there. If there had just been a little more time or some more circles at the ending, hard to say what might have happened, but MALISZEWSKI just kind of ran out of time, was too late on getting the combo lead. And match point, plenty of options, and you know, we've still got 15 minutes before that other match starts. Surely MALISZEWSKI gets another couple points. Surely it's feasible for MALISZEWSKI to get like another couple points in this one. I just want to see
hidden 3.
I want to see like hidden 3, Nomad 4, Nomad 5, any of the above, and or tiebreaker. Just for
I want to
fun.
see these guys play Ascension.
Do you want to see these guys play Ascension, or do you want to see mrekk?
Yes,
play
I want to
Ascension?
see. I want to see these guys play Ascension.
They discuss the next pick. So, as we know, it's a show match. We're here to have fun. We're gonna chat it out and see what we might want to opt into for the fun. Everybody just wants to have a good time. And he's gonna go Nomad 1. Out of everything, it's Nomad 1. Well, it's fine. Whatever. No worries.
All right, strap in. This map is 7 minutes and 23 seconds, and
Wait, actual?
yeah. So we're gonna be sitting here until right before the next match starts. On this one, is the other Aspen map, and this one there's just like it's just 7 minutes of non-stop aim. Like it's a stamina test, despite being an aim map. Honestly.
You said 7 minutes, and I just kind of tuned out.
And we do have, of course, some info about this map, just a little bit. It was played in the losers bracket final between Akins and Treyarch as well. And it was actually opening pick in that match, which I think is really funny.
That's crazy.
This honestly, that's kind of some tech. Just get yourself adjusted to the nerves by picking a 7-minute map. By the end of that, how can you be nervous? This is also 250 BPM effectively. It's 125 BPM on the website, but that plays as 250, as you can see right here. CS 3.7, AR10, OD10, and 8.26 stars for this map. For a 7-minute aim map, that is a pretty high star rating.
The song is pretty soothing, but you still see jumps that are very spaced, so that's a clue of what the map's going to turn into later. Then get ready.
I don't think it's possible. It's just, there's no getting ready. We just get thrown to the wolves. Prepared or not, ready or not, it's happening.
Yeah, this map, MREK has the best score on this map, 3 miss. And after that, there is nobody else with single-digit misses on this. Actually, that is a lie. No, that isn't a lie. I'm looking at the wrong column.
He's the only single-digit miscount. Unless you count some dude in rank 60. Some dude farther down the leaderboard with halftime is the next best miscount with 9.
You know, we have these corner jumps here with the stacked doubles. Really easy to miss on as we see MALISZEWSKI find a drop. MREK just 400 combo, but because of how long this map is, 400 combo isn't really going to do a lot to the lead, especially as Malish has the AK on his side. We're going to see how long MREK can hold through these patterns. It repeats, so if you can hit it the first few times, you're probably comfortable hitting it the rest of the times, and he does get through it. So the lead should go over to his side shortly.
Now we get these back and forth repeating wide angle jumps alongside the sliders that accompanied them beforehand, and into some more of these anti-aim patterns. That kind of corner jump anti-aim leading into this section should prepare you for this, but I mean, with every pattern just a little bit different from the last, and these jump chains just never ending in this map, it really is a bit of a stamina test, and I think you can probably understand why both of these players are ulting this map as opposed to single tapping something like this. 250 BPM single tap jumps for this long honestly would start to take a toll.
I'm just imagining being a mouse player on this.
Unplayable.
Like, I don't think, yeah, like, I don't know if you can play this if you're a mouse player, because you're just gonna, your mouse is not gonna be on your desk.
Oh, MALISZEWSKI, what was that?
Yeah, your mouse is going to be drifting, like, off your desk and, like, out of the stratosphere. Like, your mouse has drifted into another planet on this map.
Now I need to look on the leaderboard for Decaton.
He has a Hard Rock 600 combo play.
By the way, MREK is rapidly approaching the number 2 combo on this. He's beaten everybody else on the leaderboard except for Sooyoung. So that is, he's 40 combo away from that, by the way.
Also, so, that's when Miles says Sooyoung, he means Hyuk, who is
that's Hyuk,
the best aim player ever. So, yeah. I mean, I don't mean that literally, by the way, so don't like call me out for saying ever, but dude is very, very good at aim. And yeah, this is now second best combo on the leaderboard after himself.
And he got to that slow part, so he was able to regain his stamina for a second, and now he has the chance to fight his own number 1 score on this, which is just insane, by the way. The level of this play cannot be understated.
Yeah, I just want to go through the rest of the, like, top 10 just to give you all an idea of where we are. Okay, MREK, Hyuk, and then Vaxay number 3 with 1100 combo, and nobody else gets above 1300 except for Ethan Tricks at number 5. Ivaxa number 4, MALISZEWSKI number 6 with 840 combo. KrumiW number 7. If you don't know, KrumiW is a very, very good no-modding player as well at like 960 combo. Finally a miss to come through for MREK, but that is a ridiculous high combo score.
That is best combo. That's best combo on the map, by the way, by about like 50 something.
That's just ridiculous. And he maybe is able to actually beat his V1 score. If you get better combo, better act, better miscount on V2, I'd call that beating your V1 score. Anyway, rest of the top 10, Zudinator, Swick, and TTV UFO. Like, all of the people who are playing this are actually really, really good aim players, and it's just that MREK is, like, almost double combo for a lot of them anyway. And 3 miscount versus the next best miscount in the top 10 is 12. So, yeah. MREK on aim maps.
MREK on aim maps. Yeah. We've still got a quarter of the map to go. Goodness. It just never ends. And MALISZEWSKI is a little done here. I don't blame him. He needed a moment.
He's got another grand finals coming up after this, I think, so.
Does he?
I think he has Battle of the Box. I'm not sure if it's Grands, but...
It is Grands, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have Battle of the Box and also a battle with the Box after this. Hawkins versus Secret Box, so everyone stay tuned for that as MREK is going to run this show match into the ending here.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be like showcasing Tiebreaker at the end here or if we're going to be taking a short break, but regardless, yeah. Immediately after this is that grand finals, as Miles said, between a Secret Box and Atkins on this very same map pool.
And unfortunately, it's going to be hard-pressed for Atkins and Box to outperform what we've seen in this show match. So they've got lofty standards set for themselves to try to reach, and hopefully they can put forth some fireworks of their own after what we've seen from MREK and MALISZEWSKI here in this show match. Box and Atkins will have a little bit more on the line than maybe just, you know, good times and bragging rights. They actually have, you know, the entire outcome of the tournament. So gotta play through the stress, gotta play through the nerves in that case. Imagine the nerves, perhaps, being in a grand final on a pool like this. It's gonna be pretty high. Should be a good one.
Pretty lofty prize pool as well here in the Oceanic Cup. A lot to play for those two players, but for this matchup, despite the 800 combo going into the ending for MALISZEWSKI, that 500k, can we hit 500k? Please, Slider, 100
I
score.
don't think he 100 that. Oh my god, he 100 the last one. Oh my god.
He trolled.
I think he trolled. Yep, he trolled.
Four
misses, by the way.
Almost matching that 3 miss on the leaderboard, but
4 misses.
Still, what an incredible match.
Oh, it was fun. Show matches are great on these super high starting pools between these guys. I mean, I don't know that there's ever been a bad MREK versus MALISZEWSKI match in the first place, but as the pools get harder and harder, their ability gets more and more like just visually apparent as you watch them play on these grand finals pools. It's super, super cool. Looks like they are gonna play Tiebreaker. Which is a little bit shorter than your average tiebreaker, so will fit, I think, in the allotted time.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 23 seconds of drain time, 5 minutes actually total. And this is a collab map between Devious Panda, Iljaz, and MREK also. The collab is evens and odds for Devious Panda and Iljaz, and then an outro slider by MREK, which, as we all remember from Community Choice 2021, does mean he needs to be credited for the map description as well.
Oh god, you're right. I'm scared just hearing this preview. I'm terrified. What are we getting ourselves into here?
Just a lot of difficult patterning, a lot of finger control, a lot of fast aim, a lot of aim control. Just, I think, kind of your typical, like, just high star hybrid tiebreaker here. and just listen to the song. The song will tell you how it's mapped.
Yeah. 300 BPM Devious Panda Iljaz collab tiebreaker is surely going to be something. Obviously AR10, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the map. I'm just looking forward to seeing the scores here. Let's get into it. Black Lotus by Qtotski. Once again, showcasing the tiebreaker after a 7-2 win for MREK in the show match, and getting right into the actual grand finals of the Oceanic Cup right after this.
Malish taking his preference hidden, as expected.
I'm just here for fun, man. Tiebreaker showcasing a show match is like on a map this difficult. All right, this is already nuts. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
we were saying during the HR3.
I don't know that I have anything to even compare this to. This is a really, really cool mapping style through that section. Which collab part was that? That was really nifty. I guess I don't know how to tell. I'm gonna say it was cool regardless of who mapped it.
I don't have the eye for that type of thing.
Yeah, neither.
Yeah, exactly. I just go back to this is kind of a jab at myself for being way too ahead of time with tiebreaker difficulty scaling. I go back to perennial 2021 Grand Finals tiebreaker, which is kind of similar 300 BPM mirror map that we got him to do for that. The fact that these two are playing a 300 BPM tiebreaker that is actually lower star rating in the year of our Lord 2026 is really, I think really goes to show how hard this type of thing actually is, more than anything else, as both of them, you know, having solid accuracy, sure, 94, 97, I think is both really good accuracy. MREK now holding on to combo during this section as well. It's just kind of ridiculous how good these two are to be able to do scores like this on a map this difficult. 8.5 stars, 300 BPM. These are effectively 225 BPM streams, even when you get these spaced wiggles, right? It's actually insane.
Expect someone to cheese a pattern like that, but Emmerich just aims it all perfectly, and he finally finds the drop, but not before getting such a massive combo to take the lead back.
MALISZEWSKI, though, into this kind of techier section, right? A lot of slider focus here. Finally does find a break of his own, though. Had built up a bit of a lead, scraped away at the score gap, but not nearly enough to bring it all the way back over. And we go into the last third. Relatively similar combo, 40k lead still for MREK. Man. Heart Malice. And he gave up on, well, you're close. It's
almost.
Good try, good try. An attempt was made. We appreciate it.
C+ for effort.
Because I mean, this is like, you know, Osu has been a game kind of without big rivalries. It feels like for a while now, whether in tournament or in 1v1 play, and I feel like, or in solo play, and I feel like Malice hit those blood sliders. I feel like the death of the 1v1 big scale open rank tournament has kind of contributed to that a little bit, where we had like these crazy matchups between MREK and MALISZEWSKI like we were talking about earlier, and now we just kind of don't see that anymore, because like who's hosting the Corsair's Closed, who's hosting the Yaz's Summer Cups, you know, it's just not happening anymore, and it's kind of a shame because this particular rivalry has always been so incredibly fun to watch, and it's super wholesome because like the guys are really like kind and respectful of each other and know how good their opponent is, and just always ends up in really good matches. So the little mrekk Heart MALISZEWSKI thing just made me think of all that.
I think the biggest rivalry that I can even think of that's still active basically is the old USA Korea rivalry, and even that's kind of gone now because we actually had Poland win this year in OWC, right? So at this point now it's these two heading up the teams to challenge USA every year, right? In the US World Cup instead of a 1v1 rivalry. There you go, your fish slider, the end of the show match here. mrekk versus MALISZEWSKI. Once again, mrekk just barely out on top, 44k on the tiebreaker as we go out of the show match and into the actual grand finals between A Secret Box and Atkins.
Always a pleasure to watch these two play in a show match. Now, I don't know how much of a break we're going to be getting before the real grand final, but that is going to do it here for our show match. Healthy 7-2 win for mrekk here as we got our preview of the map pool now for our next match as we see Mr. Sad Shiva enter the VC.
Good morning.
Hello. We're going to be ready to get on into the next one scheduled to start 4 minutes ago. So I'm gonna be sticking around, but I think that's gonna be it for Dio and T1G. So thank you for commentating with me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Always a pleasure. And congrats once again to mrekk on the win there, and good luck to both Secret Box and Atkins in the grand finals.
All right then, so
what's up now, Miles? Do we break or do we go straight away?
I'm waiting for a ping from someone.
I'm still waiting to find out if it's my time to like lock into my official casting mode or if we have a moment. But good morning, chat. I hope you're all doing well. And I hope you enjoyed this show match, and I hope the grand finals will be just as epic.